Hello again. So today, or not today, the last few days, I've been thinking about expectations. So, like the expectations that we set for ourselves, consciously, unconsciously, the expectations that we surround about other people, and our opinions about what they should or shouldn't do with their lives based on an outside perception when we don't really know the intricacies of what they've built for themselves, and whether that's a good thing, bad thing, and I don't know. I got to thinking about that because I know I have expectations for myself, and some of them are like those negative ones that we hold on to, where we have an idea of what our belief is about ourselves, and I think I've talked about this in a previous one, where we hold ourselves in this. It's like our bodies, our nervous system's way of protecting ourselves. So we end up believing things that aren't true about ourselves, a story we've told ourselves about ourselves for a long enough period of time that we believe it is true, but it's not. And we whenever we're looking at changing our lives, whenever we're looking at something new, it feels scary. So our nervous system reminds us, no, 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 we need to go back to this old familiar, even though it's not good for us, it's not healthy, it's not true. But we go back to that because it's familiar. And it's our body's really interesting way of protecting us. It's a funny thing because change doesn't happen when we're comfortable. Change doesn't happen when we're comfortable. We need to feel itchy. We need to feel that twitch of, I need more than this. I deserve more than this. I can give more than this. Yeah, those types of things, just to know that what we're capable of and not fall on the old reliable. I mean, there's a safety in that, absolutely, but sometimes it's a bit of a crutch for myself, and I can only ever speak for myself, and this is where I come back to the expectations part of it, because I live my life a certain way. I have certain values, certain beliefs, and I sometimes, and I catch myself, and this is something I'm working on, and I'm just so curious what anyone else maybe does with stuff like this, but I catch myself being like, well, why does that person live like this? They should just do it this way, do it my way, because my way is better. I mean, I'm not using those words at all, but I catch myself thinking, okay, and yes, you can want better for someone else, absolutely, but I think I am learning more to listen, what they're needing, wanting, and picking up on those nonverbal cues. Like when someone's talking about something that's really happy for them, their eyes light up, their voice changes, their posture changes. And watching for that, it's like they might not even recognize it within themselves. And even taking a moment to recognize that within myself, like, when am I feeling at my most peak state? Am I like how am I sitting? What's going on in my body? And the encouragement is to pay attention to self, right? That's all we have, is we have ourself. We can want the best for anyone else. We can want that. But really, like, they're going to have to figure out what's best for them, and then this is all over the place. Because that's when it's going to come the strongest, is when change comes from self with support, absolutely. And I know that there's so many different levels of grief, trauma, change. There's so much of that, and I honor and respect all of it, all the different areas, all the different states that everyone's in. But yeah, I'm just learning that there's so much opportunity within ourselves. I know I've talked about this before, but to not put our expectations of ourselves onto someone else. Because I think that's sometimes what happens when we're looking at, when you look at something or a situation or someone, and it's like you find something about it that irks you. I'm noticing within myself that when I do that and I flip it around, it's typically something within myself that I'm like, okay, maybe I need to look at that, because there's something happening for me here, because I don't know what's going on for them, and that's okay. The only way I can is if I go over and ask and really listen and be present, and don't try and put my life, my values, my beliefs onto them, listening first, and just I don't know, maybe just living by example. Like if someone wants to adopt some of the ways I do things, that's fantastic. Just through watching how I do or say, or I know I've adopted things from people by watching how they speak, how they move their bodies, things like that. We pick up on things. And I think that's the expectation part. And part of that is also from who do you surround yourself with? I'm surrounding myself with people who lift me up and who I can lift up and who share the same types of values as me. I mean, not so much that we don't can't have conversation, can't have controversy. I don't mind a bit of controversy and learning new things, because when someone has different values than you can learn new things. But yeah, I don't know. This one is all over the place today. I hope that's okay. But I really just got to thinking about expectations and the ones, again, for myself, what I think other people should need, but that's not my choice. I'm going to show up for them in the best way I know how, wholeheartedly and open-heartedly, and support and guide and mentor and be what I can be for them in their time and for myself. Because if, again, I know I've said this before, but if we don't take time to fill our cup up, this is like old school. We're talking old school metaphors here. If we don't take time to fill up our cup, though, there's really like, how do you pour? You can't pour out of an empty cup. So yeah, taking time for self today, changing my perception of expectations. Yeah, sorry it's a bit longer today. That's just a little piece of M for today. I hope you have a good one. And yeah, if this at all resonates, please don't hesitate to like or comment, reach out. I would love to chat. I'd love to hear some points of view or hear from you. So don't hesitate. You can reach me at lifepurposefully.ca. Okay, have a great day. Bye.